Hello dear students, so we are looking for May 2024 paper 1 GCSE. If you do in non-calculator paper, if you get around 67 to 70 marks, so you will be easily secure grade 9. So let's see question one by one. We're going to solve the paper. So let's do. Okay, so let's see the question. The question says, here are the first four terms of an arithmetic sequence, and we need to find an expression in terms of n for the nth term of the sequence. If you look at this sequence, so what number we are adding? So from 1 to 4, we are adding 4. 5 to 9, we adding 4. 9 to 13, we adding 4 as well. Okay, so we know that what is the nth term formula is? Nth term formula is common difference times by n plus 0 term. Okay, so we know the common difference is we are adding 4 times by n. What would be the 0 term, the term before this one? So this is a 0 term. This is term number 1, term number 2, term number 3, term number 4. This is term number 0. So what we are doing here, so we're going to do 1 minus 4. So we left over here minus 3. So minus 3 is our 0 term. So what our nth term becomes? 4n minus 3. So they're just asking for this one. Write an expression in terms of n for nth term of this sequence. So the nth term of this sequence is 4n minus 3. Okay, so let's move on to the next question now. So next question we have this one. So work out 3 whole 4 over 5 minus 1 whole 2 over 3. So you know how to solve the mixed number. So we're going to multiply these two numbers and we're going to add the top number. So if we multiply 3 times 5 is 15. 15 plus 4 is 19. So the first fraction would be 19 over 5 minus, let's do this one, 3 times 1 is 3. 3 plus 2 is equals to 5. So that becomes 5 over 3. So if we look at the denominator, we have a different denominator. So you remember the rule? The rule is we have to make the denominator same. How are we going to make the denominator same? So to make them same, so we're going to multiply by the other number. So if you multiply by 3, so that becomes 15. You're going to multiply by the same number over here, and then you're going to multiply by 5 here, multiply by 5 here. So 19 times 3, that gives us 57 over 15, and this number gives us 25 over 15. So we can clearly see that we have the same denominator on both sides. So we can write down as a common denominator 57 minus 25 over 15. So 7 minus 5 is 2. 5 take away 2 is 3. 32 over 15. If you divide here 32 over 15, so 32 goes into 15 2 times, so the remainder is 2. So the whole number is 2 whole. 2 over 15 is our final answer. So 2 whole 2 over 15 is our final answer. This is 2-mark questions. This is really easy 2-mark question. You just need to make the denominator same and you will get the answer automatically. Okay, so this is only 1-mark question. Let's see what the question says. The question says Kevin was asked to work out 2 whole 1 over 3 times by 5 over 8. Here is his working out and his answer: 2 whole 1 over 3 times 5 over 8. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7 over 3. Yeah, that's correct. Times by 5 over 8. Yeah, that's correct. So 7 times 5 is 35. 8 times 3 is 24. The fraction is correct. So what's wrong with it? So Kevin answer is wrong. Kevin answer is wrong. What mistake the Kevin make? What mistake he did? Let's check. So 35 divided by 24, that goes one time. So 5 take away 4 is 1. 3 take away 2 is 1 as well. So what's the answer? The answer would be 1 whole 11 over 24. Oh, what's the mistake? So can you see the mistake here? So he wrote 1 whole 9 over 24. So actually it's supposed to be 1 whole 11 over 24. This is only 1 mark question. This is really simple, a simple mistake, so you can figure it out easily. 1 mark. Okay, let's see the next question. The diagram shows a plan for a flow. So the length is 8, 5, 6 and 10. So Petra is going to cover the floor with paint. Petra has 3 tins of paint. There are 2.5 liters of paint in each tin. So Petra thinks 1 liter of paint will cover 10 square meters of floor. Assuming Petra is correct, does she has enough paint to cover the floor? You must show all your working. So how are we gonna start the work? So we're gonna find out the area of the shape first. Imagine if I complete this rectangle, what is this missing line? So this length is 8 centimeter. This length is 5 centimeter. So this would must be 3 centimeter. This whole length is 10 centimeter and this length is 6 centimeter. So this must be 4 centimeters. So what's the area of the missing part? So the missing part is 3 times 4 is equals to 12 square meter. If you look at the bigger rectangle, so the bigger rectangle we have 10 times 8 is equals to 80 square meter. So if we remove this one, 12 centimeter squares, so what we're left with then? So we're left with 68 square meter. It means, so we have the area 68 square meter of this floor. Okay, now we're gonna look at the next part. So the next part says Petra has 3 tin of paints, right? And there are 2.5 liters of paint in each tin. So there are 2.5 liters. So how much altogether? So we have 7.5 liters of paint. Okay, next line. Petra thinks 1 liter of paint will cover 10 square meters of floor. Let's say right down here, 1 liter covers how much? 10 square meters. How many square meters we have? We have 68 square meters. So what number we're going to multiply by? We're going to multiply by 6.8 here and here, 6.8 here. So we need 6.8 liters to cover 68 square meters. Okay, assuming Petra is correct, does she has enough paint to cover the floor? So what do you think? We altogether we have 7.5 liters of paint and we need only 6.8 liters. So do we think we have enough? Yes, we have more than enough because we need 6.8 liters and we have 7.5 liters. We have enough. Okay, let's move on to the next question now. Okay, so the next part says actually 1 liter of paint will cover 11 square meters. So let's say 1 liter covers 11 square meters of the floor. Does this affect your answer to part A? So we have only 68 square meters. We have 68 square meters and we have 7.5 liters. So what do you think? 68 square meters. What number we're going to multiply over here? So let's remove this one. So we're going to do 68. So we can clearly see that we need, so we have enough paint for this one because 1 liter covers 11, so 6 liters gonna cover 66 square meters, and 7 liters gonna cover 77 square meters. But we have area only 68 square meters. We have more than enough, right? So does it affect your answer to part A? No, because it covers now more than 77 meters. Okay, let's move on to the next one now. Okay, let's see this question. So this question say here is a Venn diagram and write down the numbers that are in the set P dash. So P complement means, so we are looking for write down the numbers that are in set P complement. What is P complement means? Not P. If we consider this one not P, so what is left now? So if we are looking for not P means complement of P means not P. We're not looking for P. So what is left now? So we're left with 11, 13, 16, 17, 10 and 14. Let's write down in order. So we have 10, 11, 13, 14, 16 and 17. So these are the numbers we have as a complement. So this is only 1 mark question. Let's move on to the next one now. So it says a number is chosen at random from the universal set. Find the probability that this number is in the set P union Q. Let's see how many numbers in the universal set. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So all the numbers in the universal set, we have 9 numbers. Now we're gonna count how many numbers are in P union Q. So let's count how many numbers in P and Q. So this is P and Q. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. So we're gonna just write down here 5 out of 9. What's they said here? Find the probability. So we're gonna write down in a fraction form. How we can write down the probability? Decimal, fraction, and percentage. So this is a fractional way. So write down as a 5/9 is your correct answer. 2 marks. Okay. Let's move on to the next one now. So this is question number 5. It says Sophie drives a distance of 513 kilometers on a motorway in France. She pays 0.81 euros for every 10 kilometers she drives. So work out an estimate. So we're looking for estimate for the total amount Sophie pays. So if you're looking for estimate, so you're going to pay attention to this word estimate means. So we have total kilometer is 513 kilometers. If you write down this number to one significant figure, so we're going to look at the one significant figure and check this next digit. Next digit is less than 5, so that becomes 500 kilometers. Okay, now we're going to look at this one. She pays 0.81 euros. So 0.81 euros. If you write down as a one significant figure, so that becomes only 0.8 euros for every 10 kilometers. Right? Okay, so what the question is, work an estimate for the total numbers that Sophie pays. So she's paying 0.8 euros for every 10 kilometers. So we're gonna find out how many loads of 10. So we're gonna divide 500 by 10. So we're left with 50 kilometers. And then we're gonna times it by 0.8. So if we write down like this, 50 times by 8 over 10. So this 0 and this 0 cancel out. And 5 times 8 is 40 euros. Correct? So the next part says, in your answer to part A is an underestimate or overestimate. Let's look at our original numbers. So the original numbers was 513 and we round it down into 500. So we reduce the number or increase the number. So this number is 500 and it was 0.81 euros, and we reduce this number as 0.8 euros as well. So originally we reduced both numbers, so that's definitely be underestimate. So our answer would be underestimate. So we done 5 questions.